Hi guys, it's Elizabeth with Heartluck Studio. Today I want to try something different and draw a little monster that has all kinds of neat, cool features. At home, you can add other characteristics to your monsters, such as fangs, extra tails. This is something that we like to do occasionally in art class with the kids. Create your own monster. You can have two sets of wings, double horns, extra tails, little sharp fangs, big eyeballs, whatever you would like to make your monster very unique and your own. And I would love it if you guys sent me a video or a picture of your monster after you create it. Make sure you color it in. I'm going to be collecting some of the photos that have been getting sent to me, and I like to see you guys' art. Even some of the adults have been sending me art. It's really kind of neat. I like it. So, the supplies that we need today, you're going to need a pencil at home, but I'm using a marker so that you can see on my paper really well. If you have some Q-tips, you're going to need them, or you can just use your fingers. This is for blending if you have chalk pastels. If you don't have chalk pastels, you can use sidewalk chalk and do the same thing. So if you have none of those, another option is crayons. So the colors that I have white. You don't have to have that one. It's really not necessary. I do have black, which is charcoal. If you don't have a black charcoal piece, then you can use a marker. So the three colors I'm going to be using are purple, pink, and blue. That's it. Pretty easy. They get kind of messy. They get on your fingers. So let's get this little guy started. Remember, each creature that you make, everybody's might be a little bit different. This one is mine. I'm going to show you kind of some basic things that you can start with and then build on it from there. So if I was going to build a little monster, then I might start with a big round head. Maybe like a chibi style where they have a big head and a little body and short little fat arms. So I have a head. It fills up a large percentage of my paper, but I have room at the top so that I can add horns or big, huge ears, or even put wings on their head. I have a little bit of room at the bottom for its short little body. My guy, I'm going to add a U shape for the belly. So it's just a circle and a U shape. And remember, if I go too fast at home, all you have to do is pause the video. An arm, another arm, a little cute little foot, and another cute little foot. Okay, he's already looking adorable. At this point, I could see him with one eyeball in the center of his face and like some little fangs, and that would be really cute. Maybe some little wings coming out the side of his head that look like ears. That would be adorable. Lots of colors. You could add all kinds of colors to him. So, let's see. You know, on an elephant's hoofs, I don't know what to call them. Their feet. They have the big nails. Let's do that. Let's add some of those. Here we go. Look at that. Let's do that on both of his arms. And these are just upside down U's or McDonald's arches. French fries. Alrighty. Let's put a couple of these on here. I can fit about 4 on the bottom on his feet and maybe about 3 on his arms. So I have a face, a body, arms and legs. So I need eyes. Now, if I made his eyeballs really, really small, it might look kind of weird. I could draw like 20 eyeballs on one side and 20 eyeballs on the other side. It would look like a fly. That's pretty cool. I think scary, but cute. So watch this. Let's add big circle eyeballs, but I'm not making them round. I'm making them a little like an egg shape. That way his face is shaped a little different. There we go. So my face doesn't give much expressions. But I'm gonna try to do like furrowed eyebrows like this. So So let's make him have little mushed up eyebrows. Aw, he's sad. Like this right here. And I'm gonna add one little tooth. So I could have made the tooth pointy. I could have made a bunch of sharp little teeth. You could turn the mouth upwards. It's your choice. I'm gonna add a reflection spot to both of his eyes. This is an area I'm going to keep white. So if you want your little guy to stay like this, you can simply leave him like this. Belly button. Now, you could add all kinds of crazy, like octopus tentacles and all kinds of weird things on here. Keep him simple if you want. He looks kind of like a fly. You could add a big pointy nose. Looks like a mosquito and mosquito wings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some kind of like ears. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to bring this one down. Come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That way they match. So cute. Let's stick some hair on his head. Bloop, right there. There's some space on either side of the page here. We could add a wing, like a set of wings. There we go. Look at that. He's so adorable. Now, I think that these look kind of like, I don't know, hair bows. So let's kind of come in a little bit with some detail here. There we go. And I'm going to add a horn that looks kind of like a unicorn horn. There we go. So I think that looks pretty good. If you wanted to leave it like this, it is perfect. Absolutely wonderful. In fact, if you wanted to use a black marker and outline your pencil lines, it would make it quite a bit more noticeable. I'm going to add a few little creases on his kneecaps, his little elbow areas, and maybe across his forehead, kind of wrinkly looking. There we go. All right. Time for the messy part. Let's use blue. I'm going to avoid using black until the end because it's really messy and you don't want it all over your page. And remember, if you don't have chalk pastels at home, you can use sidewalk chalk, or you can use crayons, Crayolas. Now, I'm being very careful to keep my hand lifted off the page so I don't accidentally smear this everywhere. I can place my chalk pastel sideways. And one really neat thing about this is it blends so well that I don't even have to fill in everything. All I have to do is add a little bit on the arms and the legs and the face. And then when I use a Q-tip or my finger on it, it's going to blend it in the rest of the way. So that's what makes chalk pastel really neat. Let's see, add a little bit down here. All right, I'm done with the blue. My fingers are blue. Don't touch your face. Not supposed to be touching it anyways. Q-tip. If you don't want your hands getting dirty, use a Q-tip and you can blend it out to fill in the lines, or you can just use your finger. For large areas, I use typically a paper towel that I've wrapped around my fingers, or my fingers by themselves. Smaller areas is when I usually use the chalk pastels. But you'll notice that this begins to give my little monster kind of a 3D look. Don't forget to go around the eyeballs. There we go. Fill the arms in really well. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in these ginormous fingernails. And they're not sharp, but of course you could make yours sharp, really sharp claws. That'd be scary. There we go. Look at that. Notice how the chalk pastel is dark and then fades. It fades out. You can use that to your advantage if you're trying to create shading. Areas that need shading could be darker. All right, that looks wonderful. He's amazing. I think I'm gonna name him B. I'm taking pink and I'm going to, ooh, that's really bright. I thought that was gonna be a little softer. I'm gonna put this on his ears and the wings, just a little. And I'm gonna overlap or layer over the top a little bit into the hairline. Now, this side of my Q-tip has already been used. I don't want to use it on the pink area because it'll put blue there. So I'm going to turn my Q-tip over and use the clean side. Fill it in. And if you don't have sidewalk chalk, the small packages of regular children's chalk, those work well too. They just may not blend as much, and they might feel a little gritty when you're drawing with them. Make that little scratchy chalkboard sound. There we go. Iridescent looking wings. Beautiful. And again, I hope your guys' week has been going very well. And you're staying safe at home and anything else that you're needing to do. All right. I have not used purple, so let's do purple for the belly. Remember when I mentioned shading? Some areas could stay dark while others are light. I am going to put the purple around the outside of the belly and underneath his chin where there's going to be shading. This time I'm going to use my finger. So I kind of have a softer shaded effect. I want the belly to stand out. So I'm going to have a gradient of dark to light as I get to the center of the stomach. This will make my little monster look like he has a nice round belly. I might add a teensy bit of shading under the belly button. And I could see that the horn could have maybe a couple little stripes of purple. I'm using a new Q-tip just because this is a new area and I don't want to transfer the old colors. Gorgeous. Notice on the horn, I made it almost stay white and only added a little bit of lines on it. Okay, finally, the eyeballs. I want them to be insanely dark black. Now, I could have just used my marker to do it. Definitely would have been easier, less messy, but what's the fun in that? So I'm using my black to go around the eyeballs, fill them in nice and dark. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Now, the eyes need to be blended. It's a large area. I should probably use my fingers, but they're kind of getting icky. And I don't want to accidentally touch the outside of my paper. If you're touching out here, you're going to get a lot of chalk transfer. If that happens, you can use your, like an eraser at the end and kind of clean it up a bit. I'm just really careful not to touch the outside of my paper. If you have chalk buildup or charcoal buildup, don't swipe it, blow it off. Just make sure you're not blowing the charcoal pieces into anybody's face. There we go. See the difference between a blended, almost completely filled in eye right here and that one. Quite a bit of a difference. Last one. And see, I get used to drawing on an easel, so it's quite strange sometimes for me to draw with my paper flat. So you should try it sometime. It helps to keep your hand off your page. Maybe have a little better control. Look at that. Now, I can take the black that's on here and I can leave my little guy the way he is right now, or I could take a little bit of this black and kind of barely go around with what's on here. I'm not adding any more. Don't stick your charcoal on there. I'm just going to go around and put a little bit of shading everywhere, okay? Just a little bit, make him look kind of 3D, scuff up his little kneecaps and kind of get his wings looking real cute. Again, this is all from the charcoal that's still on my Q-tip. Another area that would be great to indent with charcoal is right up here. Makes it pop, it looks kind of billowy, and 3D. There we go. Amazing. I forgot what my name was for him, so if you've been to the studio, you know that almost everything that we create, we name Bob. So I think this could be a Bob. Let's do that. All right. I'm done with the charcoal. I'm finished. It's beautiful. I love it. Ta-da. Thank you guys for joining us, and I hope that you see us again next week.